How you doing? This is Sean McVeigh with Sean's Outdoor Adventures, and in this video I'm going to show you how to wax a bowstring. And before I show you how to do it, I'm just going to answer the common question: how often should I wax my bowstring? I've heard people say every time you use your bow. I think that's a little excessive. I would say for me, I probably wax my bowstring about every 7 uses in the summertime. If it's hunting season, you might wax a little more often because when you're out walking through the woods and things like that, there's briars or branches that could be scuffing up your string, and so you're going to have to wax it more often. Here I have a standard tube of bow wax. This has lasted me probably 8 years now. I mean, this stuff goes a long way, and like I said, I wax my bow probably about an average of about every 7 times I use the bow. I'm going to first show you with a compound bow and then also with a recurve here. Regardless of the type of bow you're using, you'll want to take the cables off of the cable slide if you have some form of a cable slide. Some bows have rollers. You can probably do it without taking it off the rollers. Depending on how the bow is made, you might not even be able to take it off the rollers. So you start off, take the wax. I usually go, now just on the string, not on any of the serving. I usually go down, like I just went down that side, and I'll probably do a little swipe on the other side. It doesn't take much just to get it on there. Now for the Peep Sight, if you're using one, I'll go above and below it, but I won't wax right where the string comes in contact with the Peep Sight, because the wax can actually make the string a little slippery, and I don't want my Peep Sight sliding around in there. So I do that. So again, front and back of the string, anywhere where there's not serving. Now on the cables, same thing. I go down this side. I'm just going to go all the way down that one. Come all the way back this one. And then the other side of those cables. And I'll do up here as well. On this one has a yoke system. Then I take a piece of leather. This is the most important part. So you can see wax on the string here. Some people work it in with their fingers. I don't think that's quite enough, so I'll just do this as an example here. You run the leather back and forth on the wax on the string, and it heats it up and melts it into the string. So let me turn the light on the camera here. So the string itself here, it looks really nice and shiny, and then here's where it's not worked in. You can, if I work it in with my fingers, you could have little spots that you miss. Again, I just take a piece of leather. This is actually a piece of the deer hide of the first deer I ever got. It was a 5-pointer. See how I'm rubbing the wax to work it into the string there? So you basically do that, heat it up, melt it in. It looks really nice that way. And that's how you take care of your string. Now when you do the Peep Sight, when you get up by the Peep Sight here, you want to be a little more careful. I don't want, I try to not push the Peep Sight around. It could happen depending on how tightly you have it tied in. And then make sure after you do the cables, and here, this is the important part, especially depending on the cable guard system you have, the cable ride, you really got to work it in well right here. And this particular bow is an expedition bow, so it's particularly crucial for these bows, because you can get a lot of friction right in here, and that could wear out your cable. So you got to work that wax into the string really well there. So there you have it. That's pretty much it. And that really extends the life of the strings and cables for you. So it's definitely something you want to do. Again, I've had this tube of wax for years. It really lasts you a long time. Recurve, same thing. I'm just going to run this right down the string on this side and come back up on the other side. Take my piece of leather, run it over the wax to melt it in, and there you go. Especially down in here is where you see it a lot on the recurves, because depending on the brace height, that can come in contact with the bow. But there you have it. I hope that helps. That is how you wax your bowstring and how often. Again, it's going to be a little more regular in the hunting season, and about anywhere between 5 and 10 uses is what I typically end up doing for the wax. So thanks for tuning in. Until next time, take care and God bless.